man who is classy, sophisticated and sensational, the delicious Dave Jory!
Oh, thank you so much. This is lovely fun. What a fun way to spend a Tuesday. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. The fact is, I actually probably shouldn't be here tonight because tonight is actually my first wedding anniversary. So, thank you. Not sure why you're applauding. I took the gig. Which is not good for the relationship, folks, but there's a trick to surviving an anniversary, and I'll give you the tip to anybody here in a relationship. It's really very, very simple. All you've got to do to get through an anniversary, folks, is just get the other person something nice, right? Something thoughtful, something romantic, yeah? So I got my wife the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's on DVD, because that's her favourite film. So she's at home watching that tonight. Well, it's due back tomorrow, so God, I'm not paying late fees. I'm not made of money. Come on. But it's great to be here at the Enmore because I live right around the corner and I travel all the time. I was in Melbourne all month and I was in Solomon Islands the month before that. So I'm constantly travelling. So it's just great to be at home. Like last year, my wife and I, right before the end of last year, my wife and I went overseas to Europe for 6 weeks. That's a long time to go away, isn't it? I don't care who you are. That's a long time, right? That's 6 weeks, man. That's a long time. I'll tell you the reason we took the trip, folks. The reason we took this trip to Europe was when you're married and you're in a loving, committed, caring relationship with another person, there's really only so long you can sit around your house kind of arguing and bickering and sort of getting on each other's nerves before you finally look at each other and say, we should take this shit global. Yeah. So we did. We launched a world tour, ladies and gentlemen, and we argued in some of the most beautiful places in Europe. It was a lovely trip. I mean, you may think you've had an argument with your partner, but you really haven't had an argument until you've argued in a gondola in Venice. Oh, it's a beautiful argument to have. So, but we went everywhere. We did Amsterdam. Amsterdam's a lovely town. We spent a bit of time there. I was a little bit unimpressed by Amsterdam, though, because I'm from Adelaide originally. And, hey, welcome, thank you. And Adelaide, I guess you would know, they call it the Amsterdam of the South. It's like the marijuana capital of Australia. It really is. Like, seriously, everybody down there seems to be growing it and smoking it and selling it and dealing it, which is kind of the reason why I had to leave Adelaide and move to Sydney, because for a while I was smoking too much pot. All right, I could admit that to you. My attitude to pot when I was living in Adelaide was always like, if it's there, I'll smoke it, and if it's not, I'll go get some. You know what I mean? Which becomes the problem. So I left. I moved to Sydney and I got domestic. I got married. I know we're domestic now because we have cats. We have 4 cats, which is bordering on insane. I know. 4's a lot. I mean, 1 cat is a lot, let's face it. I mean, I always thought living with 1 cat is essentially like living with a depressed mental patient. Well, it really is. I mean, a cat sleeps 18 to 20 hours a day. And that's the first sign of depression right there, I think. You know. And then at 4 o'clock in the morning, they come in and stand on your face, stare into your eyes like this. Is now a good time? Like, it's 4 in the morning, it's not a fucking good time for anything, you know. And that's just 1 cat, and when we got 4, and this is when the problems really start. When you've got more than 1 cat living in your house, folks, the rules just change in your house completely. They really do, because the cats start making their own rules, because they're living their own lives in your house at floor level. And you've got no idea what's going on down there, and there's always something going on. There's always some bit of chaos happening, little schemes hatching, they're running around, little plots and scams. You've got no idea about any of this, you know, until you come home one day and they're sort of sitting in the hallway looking up at you, and you're like, you know, what? And they're like, well, we had a meeting while you were out. And from now on, we're shitting here. Now clean it up, fucker. And they've just got no respect for me. I love the cats with all my heart, but they've got absolutely no respect for me. So I buy them the cheap food. That's my payback, you know, because, well, the cats don't go to the supermarket, do they? They don't know what's available. They don't know what's good, you know. It's, you can always tell the cheap cat food, folks. This is a good tip for cat owners. You can tell how expensive the cat food's going to be based on the quality of the cat on the label. Have you noticed that? You know, you see some Persian thing looking all fluffy on the label, you know that's going to be some expensive cat food, so I'm walking past that, you know. I'm looking for the manky cat with 1 ear. That's your home brand cat right there. You know, I said, I'm looking for the cat food that's got cat in it. You know, oh, look at that, honey. That's 5 cents a tin. That has cat in it. Eat that, fuckers. Yeah, but I love them. I love them. But so then more theatre. This is always a lot of fun. Decided to dress up for you tonight, make it a special night. Thank you. And that's what you get applause for, the outfit. I don't know what happens to me though. I put on this suit and I still manage to look like a complete bum, I think. I got followed here by paparazzi photographers from The Big Issue, which is, that's not good for the self-esteem, let me tell you. But it's good. It's easy to wear a suit because it just makes the decision easy what you're going to wear when you leave the house. Like, I've got one addition I want to make to this outfit. Have you ever carried a gun, sir, in any capacity? No? Are you interested? Nah? I'm fascinated. I want to get some home protection happening, and I always just like the idea of just having a gun just shoved down the front of my pants at all times. You know what I mean? It's not to pull it out and hurt anybody. I don't want to do that. But I just like the idea of having it there just for that moment, you know, when... You often see it in gangster movies when there's some trouble starting in the club and there's a bit of shit going down, and the gangster wants to calm everybody down. So he doesn't pull the gun out and start firing it. He just reveals the gun like that. You know that move? Just everybody calm down, all right? Everybody chill out, all right? Just fucking calm down, all right? I'm not calm. I have a loaded firearm down the front of my pants, but I want everybody else to just calm right down. It's a sweet move, you know, but it's just a peacemaker. I would never pull it out. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to frighten and threaten people with it. So it doesn't, in fact, it doesn't even have to be a complete gun because it's not coming out. It could just be a handle just stitched into the lining of my pants, you know. Just a handle in there, you know. That would serve the same purpose, you know. I think you'd probably get through airport security with just a handle, wouldn't you? You know, it's just a handle. Calm down. Fucking everybody, calm down. You know. So that's the plan. Released a range of men's slacks with a handle stitched into the belt. And yes, I said slacks. I know that's going to affect sales, but I do most of my clothes shopping with my mother, and that's one of her words. That's a nice pair of slacks. That's a smart pant, she says. Oh, that's a smart pant. Is it? Well, get out of the fucking dressing room, all right? I'm not... Yeah. But no, it's just a lot of fun just doing this. And you know, this is such a great part of town. It's a very, there's a lot going on in this part of town. You can always hang around the bars and stuff. When I first moved here from Adelaide, I moved up to this area, and you'll find amazing people. The whole world is here in Newtown and more area, you know what I mean? It's like, remember a couple of years ago, I went up to a bar. I was drinking in a bar just up on King Street here, and I picked up this absolutely stunning tranny. And when I got her home, she turned out to be a fucking woman. So... Man, was my face red. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'll go on that. Love you. Thank Jory. Good night.